All right, here we are. Will again. I actually did the screen recording yesterday, but I didn't have the Zoom H4n Pro plugged in, so redoing it because the audio was garbage. So this is just going to be a walkthrough of how I created how to vlog like Will Mosley 2019. I'm going to try to let it run as much as I can and then stop at points that either frustrated me, I was proud of, or you know. So let's start. I really like how this led in. Um, how I'm just kind of on the roof and down, whatever. I actually filmed this part, I believe, after I created how to vlog like Will Mosley. I think this was like maybe the evening time or whatever. I wanted to make sure it kind of consistently flowed, but it actually didn't happen that way. And it flowed, but I recognize the difference. So we go from here. Today we're talking about how to vlog like Will Mosley. So see, I got that hoodie on. So ideally it would have flowed with me having a robe on, which is kind of what I did in the A rolls. Notice the J cut right here. Today we're talking. So I'm showing the city before you see me. And then also note that the text, I have no clue what happened before, but my text is usually, it's usually this open sans condensed. That's what it usually looks like. The rest of this film is going to have that other type of font. It's like Helvetica, the default font. So, bear with me. Vlog like Will Mosley. This is part 2. I made a film about this last year. I'm going to talk about what's changed, what's different, 2019 edition. Let's roll. So I'm not going to let this whole intro play, but I'm thinking about actually changing up the song. I like this song a lot, and it's literally the first thing everyone asks me every single time they hear this intro for the first time. Like, who sings that? And it's a good reaction. But I really like the song previous to this too, so I might switch that back. Who knows? I also have been meaning to switch up this clip right here, where I just accidentally hit the lens. Yeah.
Because I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money.
This vlog is sponsored. Notice the sound effect down there. That helps ease you into knowing that I'm about to talk about something sponsored as you continue to watch more of my vlogs. So that's what I'm hoping to use with that. Sponsored by me, William Mosley. If you need a promotional film and you're actually watching a film about how to vlog, I actually would recommend you making your own film yourself. But if you want someone to do it, or you don't have the get a promotional film from Will. Carry on. Doesn't matter. Just keep it singular. Okay, so this starts the vlog. I was really kind of upset about this. I was trying to figure out a way to talk about the intro, right? So ideally the intro is kind of right here. It's sponsored, and then it starts the film. But how to vlog and keep it singular, I think, was like the best thing I could start with, so that's what I started with. Just write it down, on your hand, on a piece of paper. So maybe today I'm talking about juicy juice. I don't know. Whatever it is that you have, that it's around you, that's in your life, that's interesting. Maybe I'm talking about this 50 mil. Maybe keep it singular. Think about that. I liked how this led in. I'm really proud of this segment of 30 seconds. Singular, and think about that one thing. This was using the RX100, rest in peace. Destroyed that guy. But this was when I was just getting a good handle. Like, notice, okay, look at the difference between this clip, right? This is actually from the SL2. And look at the difference between this clip. You see the difference in color? Like, this is coming in. This is SL2. that I was shooting, just kind of out the window. This is RX 100. Same with like here, just the color difference and the dynamic range is ridiculous. I was just getting used to using it at 120 frames per second. If you're wondering how to do 120 frames per second, when you like how to slow it down in post, click on this little timer thing, slow, 25%. If it's 60 frames, 50%. If it were like 240 frames, or no, even more than that, I don't even know. I think it's like 500 frames. That'd be ridiculous, 10%. All right, go. Wow. Favorite part of this film, period. You can see the specks from the light through the tunnel. Like that. The lights, specks.
Please press the button for.
Notice how it's kind of.
Please press the button for.
Had the kids with me. We were still having overheating issues, so I had to be extra quick. Looking back now, this was scary as hell. I probably shouldn't have got on the roof, or at least been so close to the edge, but it didn't seem that big of a deal when I got on the roof before. But look at the dynamic range. You see those clouds right there? That's the RX 100.
We're literally on the top of Asheville. Like, if you look around me, it's about to pour. Look at this storm.
Yep, here comes the rain.
The first thing that hasn't changed with my vlog style is the 24 mil. It's a serious lens. It's budget. It's only $125. We'll talk about that inside.
Okay, very quickly. This is a good segue back into the A-roll. I actually recorded the A-roll after the fact of doing the vlog, and I wanted to make sure it made sense connecting. The big problem I was having with this film originally, when I got into post-edit, was a lot of films that you see are typically they do the A-roll first and then they record to the A-roll. This one, I wanted to make it more story-centric. I wanted it to be about my day going and doing, and then kind of coming back to the studio for a couple of shots about what I'm doing, the process. So it's like reverse. What we have here is what I typically shoot with 90% of the. That's changed a little bit. This is actually the Zoom H4n Pro now. That's in my hand. Same Joby GorillaPod. The time. On the Canon SL2, this is probably one of the best investments me and my wife made. I also liked how this kind of went in. I selected really chill tracks. It was a rainy day, like chill. The biker at 120 frames. This right here, this is, I think this is overlapping that originally, but whatever. I talk a whole bunch more about the 24 mil and why it's awesome. We're gonna skip past that. Shallow depth of field. So this is kind of like goes into a new song. It is enough to give you a nice kind of, you see the eyes, all that. That was the GoPro. I did not expect it to actually come out good at all. I added a crazy bit of color grade to that GoPro footage, but it was okay. You know, it turned out better than I expected. This is Hero 3, by the way.
A big thing that goes along with my style is having
confidence and just being bold with whatever action that you do, especially with the camera. That's half of the equation. I'll explain a little bit after this meeting.
Where do you vlog? Where should you?
Skip past that. Just talking more about confidence. I talk about how
I've had the
RX
Canon
100
SL2
is
since I did the
awesome
last
and
kind of how to vlog like Will Mosley.
all that good
And
jazz.
something like that is crazy. So
Very quickly, if you're wondering, well, no, I'm going to say that for another day because I don't have the other hard drive plugged in right now.
those are really nice establishing shots. They're $4 to $5. All right.
I was meeting with Norm Morris for life insurance. That was pretty dope.
Very quickly, just ended our meet with Norm Morris. We talked life insurance, and the premiums are ridiculously low. Super excited about that. I got to go over that with the wifey, of course. Alright, so the rain looks like it's kind of stopped, so I'm going to try to get downtown, get some shots, and then get back home. Second drop today.
So where?
I'm just going to skip past a lot of this talking head stuff.
It just takes time. It took me 100 and something vlogs probably. So just start doing it.
Alright, off to downtown. Let's roll. Ugh. Yuck, it's wet out here. Super wet.
I used this track before for downtown. It's just one of those feelings, those vibes I get when I'm downtown. You guys catch what's wrong with this track right here? This is probably a 60 frame one. Because it was so dark out.
Straight to the small Sony RX 100.
What you didn't know, and what I also didn't know, is that shot that I bought, I literally had $4 to my name at the time. So I bought that shot. That shot was like $2 at Starbucks. And I thought that I would have enough for the parking garage, which is $2.50 if you go over an hour, like the first hour. So I was trying to rush and just have this done in 1 hour to get to the rooftop. And what I didn't realize is I still didn't have enough money regardless if I did go over that hour.
Wettest outside. I learned my lesson the first time getting the camera wet.
Do not
That's a
like
while
that.
back vlog. So we're switching to just this guy. I've got the 75 to 300 on here.
After Laura got
This is a good segue into going back and forth between the studio. Have the 75 in my hand, have the 75 mil right here.
you're on top of a roof and you're trying to get a lot of good shots.
Not as, if I had the road mic, it's gonna get watery, so I took that off. We're gonna need that on the rooftop.
Here, I liked how this kind of like, even though the footage was garbagey, I liked how the effect of it. That was cool. Getting up to the rooftop.
It took me a while to get used to using a drone.
This part right here had nothing really. It was one of those extra pieces of footage that probably should have just been cut. I wanted to include something about drones, but I wasn't droning that day, obviously, because it was wet. But if you're wondering about drones, I've made several vlogs about how to drone, Game of Drones Part 1, Game of Drones Part 2, and a deep dive about drones. So check that out on the podcast or on my YouTube channel.
The viewer where you're at.
I really was surprised at this GoPro shot. I was really happy with it, considering it was a Hero 3. It was garbage rainy out, but I liked how it gives you an idea of where I'm at and how wide.
All right, I'm about to get some B-roll of the surrounding area.
I tried to get B-roll from the 75 to 300 on the tripod, and the tripod just was in my way, so I just did it handheld. After a minute. J cut right here, where you hear the fire truck before you see it. And also combined with an L cut, so you still hear the fire truck even though it's off screen now.
Oh goodness, we were gonna talk gear, but I need to run back to the car first.
What you don't see here between this shot and this shot is I literally got stopped by security at the Loft Hotel, and the guy was just an asshole. He was just really rude. Apparently you can't skateboard in the parking garage, which, okay, that's fine. But he was just really, really rude about it. He was like, get out of here, go to jail. Like, and just like really, really off-putting. Maybe not even want to go to that hotel again. Yeah. You guys didn't get a chance to see this, but on my way back to the garage, I got stopped by security. I guess you can't ride a skateboard in the Loft Hotel. I'm going down the ramp, so I apologize. I don't know, be with my kids, just like,
Yeah,
those waiting for
part.
this. I know of my day, even when they're loud. Just play the cleanup song. Like, play the cleanup song.
1 minute mail time. It's what I thought it was. It's Micah shirts, Mobile Tech. Micah, your shirts are here. If you need like shirts and things like that, polos, I do that too. Part of the trade show kit. Shirts. You need like. This is munching on. I'm like, nom. King made my wife. King made Laura a ring. It is bedtime for the boy. Look at this handsome guy. He's getting his.
So that was it. I could have ended that a little bit, kept that maybe playing for a little bit longer, that black. But that's about it. I'm pretty much talking about, like, go out and shoot your vlog, which you should. I do like how this ended, though.
On the next one. Bye.
That's it. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. You guys are showing a lot of love and a lot of feedback to these kind of making ofs. If you're curious as to how I make these, very quickly, I use Camtasia to do the recordings. I'll go in more depth on the next one about like the specific settings. But yeah, I'm gonna jump out of this car because I'm burning up right now. Catch you on the next one. Bye.